back, everybody, to Rock Resurgence Radio. My name is Chad, the host.
And I'm your co-host, Bergy.
Hey, it's Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day. That means Hump Day Headbangers, you lucky bastards.
Yes.
Well, on today's show, we're going to, let's preface this by saying, hey, next week we got a very special episode coming up.
Friday, a couple of days from now.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Friday's episode, you're not going to want to miss it. We're just going to say, what is it called? A cliffhanger, something.
Yeah.
You're going to want to tune in.
Yeah, just tune in. It's kind of, it's interesting and it's kind of sad but.
Yep.
Yeah.
So check it out. Check it out Friday. It'll be out at normal time, 5 a.m. for you early birds. But today we're going to give you a couple more songs to listen to each. And I went first last week. Do you want to go first this week?
I can, if you'd like me to.
For sure, I would.
I would be happy to go first.
Okay, you go.
So my headbangers for the day are from this band. Both songs are from Junkyard. I don't think it's a band we get to talk about enough on our show, and I just wanted to bring them up, make people aware of them if you're not already. I mean, Junkyard, band that came out in 1987, I think. Let me pull up my notes here real quick. They formed in 1987 in Los Angeles, but they're probably most known for, honestly, Axl Rose wearing the shirt on stage or in a million pictures on in Metal Edge magazine and Circus magazine. I mean, at least that's where I discovered them. I'm like, hey, Junkyard, that sounds pretty cool for a band name.
Yeah.
So I went and checked them out because of that. And they did have a hit, maybe even a couple of hits. Their first album came out in 1989 and actually cracked the Billboard 200 for an album. It got all the way to 105. Had the video on MTV. I think the first video was for the song that I picked, Hollywood. Have a website.
It's a super cool song.
Yeah, and so kind of wanted to talk about them too because of their singer, David Roach, is going through some stuff.
Serious stuff.
Aggressive form of cancer. We found out about it in March, and he was in the hospital. And there's not a lot of news out there. So today, as you watch this episode, it's May 28th. The latest news I was able to find when we shot this episode on May 7th, so 3 weeks ago, the newest news was that he was out of the hospital in April, and that his wife or girlfriend would provide some updates. But it's good news that he's out of the hospital. Excuse me, but it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of himself, and hopefully he will get better as time goes on. And like it says in the article I read, dear friends and family of David, first and foremost, we want to say thank you for all the kind words. Love and support means more than you can imagine. I'm beyond happy to report that David is out of any immediate danger, out of the hospital, and back home with us. He is still extremely tired, needs all the sleep he can get to heal. It was a very scary week, and we have a long road ahead, but I have no doubt we are going to get him back to 100%. Thank you to all of you who have reached out with well wishes, support, and just for caring about David. It means the world to us. And that was from Jennifer Michaels, his girlfriend, or Jennifer Michael. That was from her Facebook page on April 1st. They have a GoFundMe page set up for him. I think you had mentioned they had, like $15,000 or something in there.
Something like that.
But so you can
a little over $15,000.
You can go donate. They have there's a shirt available that says David Roach, fuck cancer or something.
Yep.
That money goes to help him out with his medical bills and things like that. So anyway, the song that I picked, so Hollywood wasn't maybe their first single. According to this, it was Blues, which is a great tune too.
Yep.
I think I talked about that song one other time, not on Hump Day Headbangers, but that whole album is killer. I mean, the self-titled album, Junkyard. I should probably pull it up here on my... Oh, there, I got it right here. Yeah, Blues, Hot Rod, Simple Man's a great kind of ballad. But Hollywood is a banger. If you haven't heard it, I remember it being on Headbangers Ball. It's just fast-paced and fun and catchy as all hell. So, yeah, the first song I picked for my headbanger is Hollywood by this band right here, Junkyard. Anything to say about that song?
I that first album, I had that one also, and yeah, like you said, very, very good album.
They're
Yeah,
kind of a southerny, bluesy
yeah, kind of a bluesy rock. You know, I don't know if I'd call them hair metal. They're
they wouldn't really fit into the hair metal look.
They'd be more like biker metal or something to that effect.
100%.
But yeah, super catchy stuff. Give them a listen, and you know, prayers out to David Roach and his family. You know, it's good news he's back home, so hopefully he heals up well from that. So, no, great pick.
Yeah. And so, are we going to do both my picks first, and then we'll go on to you to finish it out?
Yeah.
So the second song I picked is a song that I probably first heard in 2003, but it's also a Junkyard song. You know, at Junkyard, they came out with their self-titled album, Junkyard, and then 6s, 7s, and 9s. I'm still not 100% sure what that reference is. It's something to do with cards or dice or something.
Yeah.
That was a freaking great album too in 91. So 89, 91, both of those albums were killer. I think to me, they were both all killer, no filler for sure. The first Junkyard is Bergy certified must-have album as far as I'm concerned.
Cool.
They didn't have a lot of stuff after that. I did find somewhere in the mid-90s, or I don't remember the dates for sure. It doesn't matter. But we think I've mentioned this before. Maybe one of our guests did. But their live album is Shut Up, We're Trying to Practice. Great name for an album.
That's great. Yeah.
There's another one that's something to do with. I gotta find it now because they had some great album titles, but they're mostly compilation stuff or stuff that was available somewhere else. They do have an album that came out recently. You know, I guess the last one that I can remember is High Water from 2017. I gotta find. Put It on 10 and Pull the Knobs Off. That's a great title to it. And that was kind of a compilation of basically it was all the hits from their first two, and they had a couple other covers and things on there. Was a cover of Mississippi Queen and Hallelujah, I Love Her So. Actually, is this a newer one? Rome is Burning? God damn it. There's Shut Up, We're Trying to Practice. Yeah, Triple X. Had one called Joker. But anyway, this EP came out in 2003 called Tried and True. There's 6 songs on the EP. There's a couple of great ones. There's a really great ballad called Tried and True on there, but the song I picked is at the very end of the album, or the EP, called Holdin' On. I'm just going to read a few lyrics from it. Out of luck and there's more bad news. Too broke to even pay my dues. Throwing pennies in the wishing well that's long gone dry. Talked my way out of another job. Told my boss I felt that I'd been robbed. He said, son, you're going to learn one day that nothing really pays. So now what do you got to say? Like I've been taken for a ride because I'm too full to swallow my pride. Yeah, I do what I can do to keep on holding on. Holding on and hoping and praying and holding on all day long. And I just thought, with the David's medical issues that, hey, I'm going to pick this song and I'm going to just say, keep holding on, David. So those are my 2 headbangers, both from a band that I really love, Junkyard. Check them out.
Cool picks. Yeah, Junkyard's definitely one of those bands that don't get enough respect. They do, all their stuff is pretty good. They don't put out crappy stuff. So go check out.
They're definitely a straightforward rock band. You know?
Like an AC/DC kind of type band.
Yep.
Just kind of straightforward. They kind of sound the same. They just put it out there and let you listen, and hopefully you like.
Yeah, and you will.
Okay, my band is just a new release by. He called this album The Founder. The band The Founder, and the EP is Waking Dead. The founder is Austin John Winkler, formerly of previously known for fronting the band Hinder. He's launched a new musical project called The Founder. This new project, The Founder, is a full-fledged musical endeavor where Austin has taken full control and created a space for his music to evolve. The Founder's debut EP, Walking Dead, was released on March 14th, 2025, and features a raw, authentic rock and roll. A fresh start. Austin Winkler describes The Founder as a way to hit the reset button and create music on his own terms. Full creative control. The Founder is a space where Austin can fully shape the sound and direction of his music without the constraints of a band. Walking Dead EP, the first release from The Founder. Walking Dead explores themes of resilience, reinvention, and overcoming challenges, including addiction, heartbreak, and grief. Authentic rock and roll. The music under the Founder name is characterized by raw, authentic rock and roll, reflecting Austin's journey and experiences. So, Austin John Winkler has been sober now 9 years, I think I read, and he damn near drank himself to death. He was really, really close. Basically told him you quit or you die, and he quit. And I was reading an article when I was kind of getting into this, and he talks about I'll never get down on people who drink, because he goes, I just had a problem with it. He goes, and if I could, he's like me, if I could, I would. He goes, because I love drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of the same way. I'm a recovering alcoholic as well. I've been clean and sober since 2013, in October of 2013. And I'm the same way. If I could, I would. But I just don't have an off button. So I've been following his career since he left Hinder, and he's put out a lot of good stuff. And this Founder stuff is good too. The songs I picked, the one is Sometimes. It's a little slower, not a super headbanger or anything like that, but his voice, you just got to listen to this guy's voice. He has such a soulful freaking voice. It's hard to explain unless you listen to it, and you can just hear the pain and what he's gone through when he's singing it. So, and then the second song is the initials BTSD, and in parentheses, call it what you want. And BTSD is Born to Self-Destruct. And I put a note there that says, I felt this way when I was drinking. I felt like I was going to self-destruct, or I was trying to self-destruct. And if you listen to the lyrics on the song, it really hit home for me. So that's another really great song. So I urge you guys to go out and check out The Founder. If you like Hinder's music, you'll like it. It's a little slower, a little different pace than Hinder or his previous stuff that he released as Austin John Winkler. But it's still good, and his lyrics are worth checking out because he writes really good lyrics. So give that a try, see what you think. Right, I don't think you'd be disappointed. If you like a great singing, good lyrics, you're in for a treat, because he really is a good talent.
So, Austin John Winkler, to check him out. Is he related to Henry Winkler, the Fonz?
He's damn near as cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, Fonzie was pretty cool.
Yeah. So those are my two.
Yeah. Good picks. I always love doing the Hump Day Headbangers. It's fun picking a couple of songs. I think Chad always does really good picking these songs. He's got a lot more. He knows a lot more newer stuff than I do. I go to the well, a lot of times, and I go back to hair metal or something like I picked tonight, Junkyard.
Yeah, those are great picks too, though. There's people out there that may not have heard of Junkyard. and you're turning them on to that. So
I hope so, because they need to be turned on too. I mean, especially those first 2 albums that just, and I think that time frame, man, a lot of good music that really, and I guess it's all relative to, if you were 74 years old instead of 54, you would probably you'd have some affinity for music that came out in the 60s, like we have for music that came out in the 80s.
Right.
But man,
you'd be like Elvis and Buddy Holly,
the Doors,
and
maybe,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and that was good music too.
Yeah, I like some of that as well. But yeah,
so
that wheelhouse is still that 88 to 92, somewhere in that time frame.
Yeah. So
for me.
Well, you got anything else?
I don't have anything else for tonight.
Okay. Well, that'll be this week's episode of Hump Day Headbangers.
Yeah, check out our Friday episode.
Check out our Friday episode. It'll be enlightening.
Yeah.
And so we'll see you Friday.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed our content. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We'd greatly appreciate it. Links to everything we discussed will be included in episode notes. Feel free to check those out as well. Until next time, stay golden, Pony Boy, and rock on.